Have you ever wanted to write a story that's short, sweet, but packs a real punch? Well, you're in luck. Today, we're going to jump right into the amazing world of fables. I'll show you, step by step, exactly how you can write your very own.
All right, so first things first, what is a fable anyway? Think of it like this. It's a super short story that's all about teaching a lesson or a moral. And the really cool part? It almost always uses animals that act just like people. That's what makes the message so clear and easy to get.
You know, there's a reason we still love these stories, even after hundreds of years. It's because they're just so good at what they do. They're short, they're memorable, and best of all, they always leave you with something important to think about.
Okay, let's get down to business. We're going to look at the fable blueprint. These are the essential building blocks for your story.
Think of these as the 5 key ingredients in your fable recipe. First, you absolutely need a clear moral. I mean, that's the whole point, right? Then, you want a really focused plot. Just one main problem. Keep your characters simple. Animals are perfect for this. The language should be super direct, easy to understand. And then, at the very end, you hit them with that final sentence that spells out the moral. Boom!
Okay, every story needs characters, and in a fable, they usually fit into one of these 3 roles. You've got your protagonist, that's your main hero, like the awesome tortoise. Then there's the antagonist, the one who causes all the trouble, like the hare. And sometimes, a character is so important they even get their name in the title, like the clever fox.
Now here's a pro tip. The best fables are all about contrast. Pitting a good trait against an opposing one, like being patient versus always rushing, makes your lesson stand out. It's like turning up the volume on your message so everyone can hear it loud and clear.
Now let's actually build the story. And trust me, it's as simple as a 1, 2, 3 paragraph journey.
Think of it like this. Your first paragraph, that's where you set the stage. Who are our characters and where is the story happening? The second paragraph is all about the action. What's the problem they face and what choices do they make? And finally, the third paragraph delivers the knockout punch. What happens in the end and what's the moral of the story?
All right, let's open up your writer's toolkit. We're going to look at a couple of special techniques that will make your fable really shine.
First up, we've got the simile. This is a fantastic little tool. All you're doing is comparing 2 things using the words like or as. It just paints a much stronger picture in the reader's mind. So instead of just he ran fast, you say he ran like the wind. See the difference? Next, we have personification. This is a big one for fables. It's when you give human actions or feelings to animals or even objects. This is literally how your animal characters get to talk and think. You could even say something like, "The old tree sighed in the wind." It just brings everything to life. Symbolism is kind of like a secret code. When you see a character in a fable, they almost always stand for something bigger. A sly fox isn't just a fox, it represents cleverness. A steady tortoise, that's all about patience and determination. See, you're not just writing about animals, you're writing about ideas. Okay, and of course, the words you choose are absolutely crucial. Using time words like first, next, and finally helps guide your reader through the story. Strong action words or verbs like hurried or bragged tell us a lot. And clear adjectives like patient or proud paint a picture of your characters super quickly. But here's a really important point. Don't go crazy with this stuff. The real power of a fable is in its simplicity. So just pick 1 or 2 of these techniques to use. A single, well-placed simile can be way more powerful than 10 of them. Remember, keep it simple and powerful. Okay, you've got the blueprint. You've got the tools in your toolkit. So you know what that means. Now it's time for the writing challenge. It's your turn to create. So here's your mission. I want you to write a short fable, maybe around 200 words. You're going to choose one of the morals we'll give you, use animal characters with those contrasting traits we talked about, throw in at least 1 simile or personification, and of course, end your story by stating the moral loud and clear. So before you even start writing, you've got to pick the heart of your story, the moral. Here are 3 great options to choose from. Which one speaks to you? You know, the best writers always have a plan. So use this simple 5-step guide to get your ideas in order. Choose your moral, create your characters, figure out the setting and problem, list out the main events, and write down that final moral sentence. Trust me, this will make the actual writing part so much easier.
Every single fable is built around one central lesson, the moral. It's the story's heartbeat. So let's look at a few classic morals. As we go through them, think about which one inspires you the most. Which one is going to be the heart of your story?
First up,
Appearances can be deceptive. This is a really powerful lesson about looking beyond the surface. Maybe a grumpy-looking bear is actually super kind, or a beautiful, shining river is secretly dangerous. Lots of possibilities here.
Or what about this one? Being honest is better than telling lies. You can imagine a character who tells just one tiny lie that snowballs into a huge mess, while another character's simple honesty ends up saving the day.
And our last option for today, patience leads to good outcomes. This is that classic, slow and steady wins the race idea. A character who rushes might fail, while one who takes their time gets the prize in the end. So, what do you think? Which one of these speaks to you? Go ahead and choose the one that'll be the soul of your fable.
Awesome. Once you've picked your moral, it's time to create a map for your story. A good plan is like a blueprint. It makes sure you know exactly where you're going so the writing part feels easy and, most of all, fun.
And here is that blueprint. This is where you're going to map out your entire story. So take a moment here to pause and just sketch out your ideas. Who are your characters? Where does it all happen? What's the big challenge they have to overcome? The more you plan right now, the smoother the writing will be. Ready? Go ahead and press pause.
Welcome back. With your plan all filled out, you are totally ready to write. This is the exciting part, where all your ideas leap off the page and come to life. Let's take a look at your final task.
Okay, here's your mission. Write a short fable, somewhere around 200 words. Remember to use those symbolic animal characters, stick to the 3-paragraph structure we talked about, and sprinkle in those wonderful descriptive words to make your story shine. And most importantly, make sure your chosen moral is crystal clear.
Now, before you call it done, let's do a quick quality check. Run through this list and make sure your fable has all the essential ingredients. This is how you polish your story until it really sparkles.
And there you have it. You've learned the structure, chosen a moral, planned your characters, and now you have a story. You didn't just learn how to write a fable, you became a storyteller. Your story has the power to teach, to entertain, and to inspire. If you had fun creating your fable with us today, please show your support by liking this, sharing it, and subscribing to Nestlingua for more creative adventures. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy writing!